and Dwayne Wade right at the body of Anderson Varejao. Welcome to your Kodak moment, Anderson Varejao. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Well, we've kind of gone off the rails with
Yeah.
this conversation. So let's at least try to get back on track with, talking about Kyrie, who doesn't want the league to come back and is apparently one of the only players who's like that.
Look, when I heard 200 players gonna go on a Zoom call,
Yeah, a 150 player Zoom call. How is that going to make any sense?
That sounds kind of dumb. What's the point of doing that?
Yeah. Quickly, before we do move back on that, I want to talk about the Spurs, who aren't going to make the playoffs because LaMarcus Aldridge is out, and there's no way they make in the playoffs without their best player.
Yeah, tough ass schedule.
Yeah.
Also, is it Utah like missing Joe
Utah
Ingles and
missing Bogdanovich
and
Ingles?
So they're screwed.
And there was someone else. Well, missing both of their wings. So I don't know how they're going to do much there.
And they still got the problems with Mitchell and Gobert.
Yep. Rudy Gobert. Yeah. I mean, I think the Jazz could. Well, I mean, do you think the Jazz would lose in the first round to the Thunder? Because that's who they're matched up with right now.
That could actually happen. That could definitely happen, actually.
Yeah, and then Chris Paul could get traded to the Knicks and spend the rest of his career doing nothing. Right, Kevin? How's that sound?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Damn, man, he's like 37 right now, 36.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, that's the star the Knicks won, right? 37-year-old Chris Paul.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think that could help out RJ Barrett a lot. Just getting someone who will pass him the ball instead of having Julius Randle, who's just going to dive to the rim and do nothing.
I mean, or they could just keep young players and just let them develop on their own.
Look, I mean, I got my "What Would I Do to Rebuild a Team" series on the Insta. I've done the Knicks one already, just in preparation. The first step of my rebuild would be trading Julius Randle for anything that's not a negative asset.
Oh yeah. You gotta get rid of Randle. That is a must.
Yeah.
Mr. Spin Move.
He got small hand.
Now, but Randall's good. He's just.
He thinks he's better than he is.
Yeah, he's not even close to as good as people want to believe.
Yeah.
I remember people were just like, "Oh, why the Lakers get rid of him?" Blah blah blah.
All right, but very quickly, Spurs aren't going to make it because they're missing their best player. Kings aren't going to make it because their coaching is terrible. Suns are not going to make it. They're too far back in terms of record, and I don't think anyone believes in that team at all. Blazers, I think it's between the Blazers and the Grizzlies, and I don't think the Pelicans are going to make it because, I mean, they don't have that easy schedule anymore. So there's that. There's the playoff rundown. But here we go. Kyrie's being obnoxious. All this stuff about we can't play, all of this, when most of the league is saying let's play, including LeBron James, including, the speaker of the people, Jared Dudley.
So, I mean, they had a call with all the stars, and they all said they wanted to play. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's happening right now.
The Zoom call?
Yeah.
Wait, which one? The 150 player one or the one?
Exactly, the 150 player one.
How does that even work?
I don't know. They got a lot of those little squares lined up.
You have to raise your hand to speak or something?
Exactly.
That sounds stupid. It sounds stupid.
Well, what y'all think about Kyrie going against the flow of the league for what feels like the 40th time.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he has good intentions in his mind, but I don't know. Especially since he's not playing, I think he should, be a little bit more reserved. He should keep a little quiet
The
because
quote
he's not
from
even playing.
the quote from Kyrie Irving is, "I'm trying to give players a platform to be able to have a discussion on the bubble, racial equality, and unity."
Yeah, but we're talking about playing basketball though. And he's not even going to be playing.
Hmm.
So I know.
According to Shams, Donovan Mitchell, Melo, and Dwight Howard are also against the startup of the NBA.
Yeah. I saw ESPN reported on this. Like, Melissa, he's so unsure about it. I don't think he's opposed to it, but yeah, they're just. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I understand the concerns, being like how everyone's gonna be clumped back together again in one whole spot, and then the fact that they're bringing in their families as
No,
well
they're only
into that.
bringing in their families when it's the last 4 teams,
Yeah.
which I think is smart. Because then
I mean,
look, there's no way that they're gonna have like over. Well, let's do the math. 17 players per team, 22 teams is 214. Is that right? Nah, wait. 20 times 10. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares?
That's like about like 300,
Something like
like
250.
350, like 350. If you're saying 17 players per team.
All right, 350, right? For all of Disney World. Then you lose 8 teams. Not 8 teams. Yes, 18. Wait, no. You lose 6 teams, which is 92 players, right? So then you
Yeah.
start the playoffs and you have like 210, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you lose another 4 teams, which is well, 68 more players. So you lose those 68 more, blah blah blah, until you get to the point where you're under 100 players there. At which point, bringing in the family makes sense. Because then, if each player has like 2 family members they're bringing in, 2 or 3 family members, you're going back to what's still like what adds like 3 teams worth of people in, which isn't anything too insane. So I think the only worrying part about this bubble is at the start.
yeah, they're probably going to be like annoyed that they can't move around and do what they want.
Yeah, but I mean, look, they have the decision. If they don't want to show up, they won't get their contract, and that's it.
Yeah,
Like, they
gotcha.
won't get fined extra. They just won't get paid their salary, which makes sense because why would you get paid for not working?
Yep.
Hmm.
And then we
I
get to
mean, I'm
see some
pretty sure most
replacement
players are going to
players.
play.
Get to see
Oh
some
no, not
replacement
replacement.
players. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
even
sure
though they're
most
gonna.
players are going to play
Yeah, I
because
mean,
it don't start till July 29th or 30th, right?
30th. Yeah,
Yeah,
Patrick, how would you feel if Dwight Howard sat out?
Dwight Howard. Man, if the rest of the Lakers are going to play, there's no way Dwight Howard's sitting out.
What if he does?
I mean, that would be that would be
Big loss, right?
yeah, it'd be a big loss, but it's not like
No
it's
more
the end of the
Taco Tuesdays
world.
for him.
It wouldn't be the end of the world, but it'd be a big loss. Yeah.
There's
Especially
still
because
other people using
JaVale
the
McGee
song.
has asthma and can't play a full game.
Yeah, but yeah, but
I mean,
they're gonna be relatively safe.
and they'll
Pretty
have a
sure.
week. I'm pretty sure. Like I think they said July 1st. You get to for like a week. You get to sign players. So if, let's say I'm guessing gonna say, okay, look, you got to respond back to us by July 1st. If you're not gonna play, then you gotta let us know so that we can sign somebody.
What do you think's happening to Boogie Cousins then? Where's he ending up? Because he'd
Uh,
probably love the chance to play.
Boogie Cousins. I heard
I
that Sheik
mean,
were thinking about signing him.
true. If Dwight Howard doesn't play, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad replacement.
I mean, if he's even half as decent as what he was, I don't know, like a year ago,
I mean, he wasn't great with
he
the
could.
Warriors. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
but he was a playable guy. You could at least
Yeah,
keep him on the floor.
yeah.
And in
But I
crunch
mean,
time, he's not even going to be playing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if he's just a body, then I get it. But I think the days of him being like a serviceable big man are done.
Yeah, that's tragic. That's tough. That's tough, but it's the truth.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't. What y'all think about this bubble stuff? Y'all think A is gonna work and B it'll start on time and we'll be able to play through all of it, or you think we're gonna have to stop halfway through and it's gonna be like, okay, COVID's shutting it down again?
I think it depends if the players follow every single rule.
You think players are
But
gonna sneak out?
I
Yeah.
don't know. They,
Yes.
I mean, in if they follow all the rules and they don't, they just stay because there's no way they're gonna catch it if they all just stay with each other. Because I'm pretty sure they have a bunch of tests and stuff over there. They can make sure everybody's healthy and stuff.
I mean,
So
they are allowed to leave, but if they come back, they need to be quarantined for 10 days and get 2 negative tests. So,
yeah, it's not like they're gonna be down there forever. It's just a few months. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure they can handle it. I mean, the UFC's doing fine, so I don't see why the NBA can't handle this.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. The NBA is on track to lose 18% of their salary cap space for every team, which is a huge amount of revenue flushed down the toilet. So they need to get something back for the end of the season desperately in order to have like financial stability for the next few years.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, if the NBA is really about players' rights, then it's the choice is up to the players, right?
Yeah, I'm
But
pretty sure nobody who doesn't want to play has to play. They're just not gonna
exactly, you're
get
not going to
paid.
force anyone to play. Here's my thing. I kept saying the championship wouldn't have an asterisk, no matter what. If players start sitting out, there's going to be an asterisk on it.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So if like, I mean, I don't think James Harden or Russell Westbrook would sit out, but like,
It's
if
probably gonna be bench players, probably.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if someone like Patrick, if KCP, Dwight Howard, whoever don't show up, you're gonna start losing the depth on your roster, which is hugely important, right?
Yeah.
And and if you lose a series, that'll be an asterisk, right? I
Yeah.
mean, if someone like George Hill sits out for the Bucks, he's really important for their team. I mean, you can go up and down every roster and say, if this guy's not there, that's dangerous. And
We
I mean,
shall
we're
see.
already seeing it with the Jazz. The Jazz may not be like top tier playoff contenders, but they're certainly a very good team. But they're going to be missing at least 2 of their, let's say 7 top players.
Mm-hmm. You're missing the white mamba.
I mean, I thought Scalabrine retired.
Calabrini's the red mamba.
Huh.
Wait,
All right.
since when? What?
He's the
No,
red
no,
mamba.
no, argue. Yeah, it was fine.
Brian Scalabrine nickname. The White Mamba.
Oh, I'm thinking of Nico Mannion. That's my
Ooh,
fault.
ooh,
Ah,
shot chucker. Yikes.